Orlando Magic basketball on Fox Sports Florida is presented by Tico Peoples Gas. A Saturday night in the City Beautiful and an NBA Eastern Conference matchup tonight from the Amway Center in downtown Orlando. The Orlando Magic take on the New York Knicks. And hi again, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Magic Basketball tonight on Fox Sports Florida alongside Matt Gukas. I'm David Steele. We're glad to have you aboard tonight as well. Well, the Magic have seen two of the top four teams from the Eastern Conference in the last week. Miami, Chicago, and now we say hello to a third top four club in the East, the New York Knicks, with a bona fide superstar in Carmelo Anthony.
Well, David, we're 40% into the regular season, and people are already trying to figure out who the MVP is. Well, it's probably LeBron James at this point, but Carmelo Anthony is in the discussion. He's certainly in the top four, not only for his individual performance, it's because his team is playing so well. They've been atop of the Atlantic Division, and they're probably going to sail right behind the Chicago Bulls now because they've got a favorable schedule and the Bulls do not. But Carmelo Anthony, he gives it to you. He's shooting the three ball well. He got the mid-range jumper, tough inside, gets to the free throw line. He is alone. Now, you know, when you're playing against this guy, the one thing you want to do, let's take a look at this first. The two of the biggest scoring index of the season go to Carmelo Anthony with that 45, and you see those other guys all capable of putting up big numbers. But when you're playing Carmelo, I say give him the outside shot, all the mid-range jumpers he wants, even the three-pointers. Keep him away from the rim and keep him off the free throw line if he can.
Easier said than done. Carmelo Anthony, great scorer in the NBA. Tyson Chandler, defensive stalwart for the New York Knicks, averaging a double-double, as is the Orlando Magic starting center, Nikola Vucevic. These two guys tonight, two of only 11 players in the NBA, averaging double points and rebounds, double-figure points and rebounds. And Jameer Nelson coming off a 32-point game the other night for the Orlando Magic against Chicago, and he's moving in on a significant franchise record. He and Hedo Turkoglu are on the all-time list in a number of Magic all-time categories. We'll have more on that. Paul Kennedy joins us right after this. Magic Basketball on Fox Sports Florida is brought to you by AT&T, the new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By Toyota, let's go places. And by Checkers, feast on. Welcome back to Orlando's Amway Center. Saturday night NBA basketball, the Magic and the Knicks for the second time this year. Right now, let's check in with Paul Kennedy.
Hey, good evening to you, David. The Magic may not have the wins to prove it, but Orlando has played some of its most compelling basketball against the very best teams in the NBA. Case in point, its last two outings here in Amway against Miami and Chicago. And you could also include these New York Knicks in that list. For in mid-November here on the parquet, without Jameer Nelson and without Hedo Turkoglu in the lineup, the underman Magic stayed with New York into the fourth quarter. And the good news tonight, Nelson and Turk are ready for this rematch. The captain manning the helm makes a major difference for the way this Magic ship sails. Back aboard after missing two outings with a sore hip, Jameer erupted for 32 against Chicago 2 nights ago, matching his career high. Vocal on the bench during timeouts, pushing his club as it rallied from an 18-point deficit, nailing a game-high 6 separate trays. The Magic had a shot to win at the end, fell just short. Turk had only played on opening night against Denver, suffering a fractured left hand. Admittedly far from sharp, he's still quarterback with the point forward slot and a near shocker against the world champion Heat on New Year's Eve, playing nearly 40 minutes, dishing out 8 assists, calling upon now 13 seasons of NBA experience to take the Miami Heat Chris Bosh to the wire. As their resumes reflect, Jameer and Turk have offered two of the most significant careers in Magic franchise history. In fact, tonight, Nelson may well eclipse the gritty Scott Skiles Orlando record for career assists. He is only 10 away and counting. As for Turk, like Nelson, he stands among the top 7 players to have worn Magic pinstripes as measured, as you see, in games played, scoring, and more. And so with these two Magic cornerstones ready for action before our capacity crowd once again, Nelson, Turk, and the Magic hope tonight's the night Orlando finally earns a win against the Knickerbockers. David Matty, and our game next on Fox Sports Florida.
We're back in Orlando at the Amway Center in downtown Orlando. The opening tip is just moments away. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups presented by Steak and Shake. For the Orlando Magic, it's going to be Jameer Nelson getting his 24th start. The Magic 1-8 when he does not play. Aaron Aflalo, Daquan Jones, Andrew Nicholson, and Nikola Vucevic. Same starting five for the third consecutive game for Jacques Vaughn, whose Magic have used 13 different starting lineups this year. So we'll see how it goes tonight for the Magic, looking to knock off the New York Knicks, who are 22-10 coming into tonight's game. Here's New York's starting lineup. Jason Kidd, the 39-year-old veteran, future Hall of Famer. Ronnie Brewer, Carmelo Anthony, Marcus Camby, and Tyson Chandler round out a big front line for Mike Woodson and this New York club, which is 9-7 on the road. Now, they've been struggling a little bit of late. Only 4-5 in their last 9 games. Tonight's game is presented in high definition by H.H. Gregg. They're coming off an impressive victory against San Antonio at Madison Square Garden on Thursday night, 100-83. Anthony's first offering is no good. Rebounded by Aaron Aflalo.
Nick Anderson made a good point during the pregame show, David, to take care of the ball. Very important to do anytime, and the Magic, of course, have struggled with that aspect of the game. And the Knicks just happen to be a team that forces a lot of turnovers, and Aflalo gets the Magic off to a good start.
Yeah, the Knicks get 18 points off turnover per game. That's #1 in the NBA. And they don't turn the ball over much, so teams generally don't score many baskets off turnover against them. Alert defensive play by Nelson, and a steal for the Magic.
Andrew Nicholson was a good 15 to 18 feet away from Marcus Camby, as he should be.
And the Magic start very nicely with a couple of field goals, one by Aflalo, one by the rookie Nicholson.
Well, Marcus Camby is in there to help out defensively because he's a shot block threat. He's smart. Can still rebound the basketball. He's certainly getting up there in years, and he doesn't figure to play a lot of minutes. And that's about it for field goals for him, about 1 a game.
He started against San Antonio and played 15 minutes the other night. It was his first start of the year. Working Amari Stoudemire back from the injury, the knee injury. We'll see how long it takes to get Stoudemire into the starting lineup, if at all. Daquan Jones makes it a 3-for-3 start for the Orlando Magic. 2 rookies in the starting lineup with knockdown jumpers. Good hands by the Magic, knocked away, stolen, and a long pass ahead to Nelson, who reverses him in. Anthony let him go. Boy, you like the start. Come out of the gate. New York has been struggling early in games of late, too. They've been concerned about their poor first quarters. And here they go again. Anthony's shot is rebounded by Nick Vucevic.
And they're a team that launches a ton of three-pointers, 29 a game. They make 11, and it continues. This time a little farther out on the floor.
Boy, Nelson is on an absolute tear from beyond the three-point line. Coming into the game, 18 of his last 31. A missed shot by New York. That was Brewer. Nelson gets a double screen. He'll launch another three. Good again. 8 for Jameer and a 14-2 start for the Orlando Magic. Mike Woodson will use a timeout. Magic have jumped on New York with both feet.
The Knicks are just standing there watching the Magic shoot jumpers, and they just keep getting hit right between the eyes. Fantastic start for the Magic.
We're back in Orlando. Look at this. The Magic have made their first 6 shots from the floor, including a pair of threes by Jameer Nelson. New York coming in with a record of 22-10, just 1/2 game behind Miami in the Eastern Conference standings, but they have been blistered by the Orlando Magic in the first 3 minutes of this first period. And Jameer Nelson has now made 20 of his last 33 threes and has 21 three-point field goals in the last 6 games. We're still early here in game number 6. 2 threes and that driving reverse layup by Nelson.
And I think Jameer's eyes always light up when he plays against Jason Kidd, in the sense that Jason Kidd well, going back to his days with the Nets some 6 years ago, just totally incapable of keeping Jameer from penetrating, and there's a jumper by Carmelo. And so consequently, Kidd is giving that long, big cushion to Jameer, daring him to shoot that outside shot. He's getting up on a little bit now.
Nelson's feeling really good about himself from the outside. Good defender is Ronnie Brewer. And Aflalo misses the first field goal for the Magic. Jason Kidd, 39 and having a terrific year. That's way off. Carmelo Anthony airballs it, and he hears it from the Magic crowd.
But with this starting lineup for Mike Woodson's Knicks, there's just not a lot of offense. There's none other than Carmelo as far as offensive threats out on the floor. Chandler's a threat above the rim. You know, if you get a little pick and roll and penetration or getting something off the board. But the other four guys, not very good scorers.
Nicholson turns it over. Double teamed and threw a bad pass. Jason Kidd too strong, but there is Anthony to follow it in.
Magic have to be careful here not to just totally rely on the outside shot. It's been dropping quite well, but you also want to get some drives to the basket.
Oh, man. Nelson, a lot of daylight. That one was too strong.
Because, David, during this 7-game losing streak, the one stat that just jumps out at you there, that alley-oop above the rim. Camby, who's a good high-post passer to his fellow big man Chandler, is the free throw shooting, the big discrepancy. There's about 8 a game for their opponents, and that's something the Magic can take care of by attacking the basket. There you go. And looking for a little contact to get to the free throw line. Aaron Aflalo in particular is capable of doing that. Jameer, as he likes to do, like Wayne Gretzky, circle behind the net. And then they make his little pass to the, in this case, Andrew Nicholson for the three-point play.
Nicholson has 5 already for the Magic.
And the other thing is foul your opponent less. And when you do foul the poor free throw shooters on the other team. Now, with the Knicks, they don't figure to shoot a lot of free throws because they take so many threes when they get their more athletic players on the floor.
There's a turnover for New York. They lead the league in fewest per game, 11 turnovers per game. They've committed 3 already in the first period. Vucevic throws a dart. Aaron Aflalo gets an easy basket. Boy, Vuce is a good passer.
He is.
Does a lot of things well, doesn't he? Jason Kidd knocks in a 3, shooting 42% from beyond the three-point line. One of the best years he's had in his career at age 39 and shooting threes.
He's actually been improving in that part of the game because he can't do the other things that he did effectively for so many years. And the Knicks are really playing a very passive defense and giving up that jump shot.
20-second timeout.
Mike Woodson having a chat with Ronnie Brewer as he's taken his second timeout of this first quarter to try and get his team sparked. Well, Orlando's running an offense that's getting good looks, in New York really prideful about their defense against San Antonio, but tonight woeful.
Yeah, actually, that's the first time a Knick player put their hands up. Chandler did put up a pass there, so made that pass more difficult for Vooch. Plus, Carmelo Anthony had just whistled by him by an inch. So there was not a lot of room to make that play. But that's the one basket I think Mike Woodson's upset about so far. He doesn't want to give him any layups.
The Magic have been a much improved offensive team of late. Better spreading of the floor. They're getting better looks. More threes have been available for them. So that has been a real positive during this losing streak. Bodies in the lane. And a foul on Daquan Jones.
On Jones.
His first.
First team foul.
So far, Carmelo Anthony has been hanging around on the perimeter against Daquan Jones, which you would expect him to take a rookie into the low post. I think Carmelo does not want to go into the low post at this point in the game, because he knows if he goes in there, he's going to get double teamed, and then he's got to give the ball up. So he wants to catch it facing the basket at about 16, 18 feet, so he can see if there's any double coming.
On the wing. Catches it up top this time against Daquan Jones. And with the shot clock at 1, heaves a long three. Handing out the kid. He's open for 3 again. That's short. Nelson chases down the loose ball. Josh McRoberts checked in during the break. Here is McRoberts out of the corner. Aflalo drives past Camby and puts it in. Aaron Aflalo with 6. The Magic by a dozen. J.R. Smith checked in a moment ago. He handles the basketball and shoots over 7-footer Nick Vucevic. That's what he does best.
He gets you back in the game in a hurry. He can shoot you out of a game and mistake his team out of the game just as easily. But it's been a very solid season so far for J.R. Smith.
His best in his 9th year in the NBA. He and Mike Woodson have a nice connection. His 3 is in and out, rebounded by Vucevic. Nelson. He had Kidd off his feet. Vucevic pops in and out. Touch last by McRoberts.
In for New York.
Here comes Amari Stoudemire into the ball game, playing for only the 3rd time this year. He underwent knee surgery back in early November. He's had so many knee problems. This time the right knee. He's had surgeries on both right and left knees. And this was the left knee this time. He's had surgery multiple on the right knee. New York cuts the lead to 10. 4:10 to play in the quarter. Aflalo's now guarded by Smith. McRoberts steps in and missed the 2. Vucevic. Rebound Stoudemire. Jason Kidd a burst at speed. Carmelo Anthony for 3. Shooting 43%. A career best for beyond the 3-point line. And Jacques Vaughn will use a timeout with 3:38 to play in the first period. New York, an explosive offensive team, number 6 in the league in scoring at 102 points per game. And that guy gets 29 per night. New York Knicks on a little bit of a run. They have cut the Orlando Magic lead down to 7. 3:38 to play in the quarter. Hey, Magic fans, did you know that with club-level seats, you could enjoy a Magic game in real style? Plush leather seats, concierge service, private lounges, access to premium concessions, like the seafood grill and the wine bar by Turning Leaf. Those are just a few of the great features at the club level. Plus, enjoy the North Club Bar, another exclusive space from which to grab a drink and enjoy the ball game. Buy your club-level seats today at OrlandoMagic.com or 866-930-8515. We will. J.J. Redick checked in during the timeout for the Magic. Hedo Turkoglu. They join Nelson and Aflalo. The only starters still on the floor. McRoberts, covered up by Chandler, finds Redick on the opposite wing. Offensive rebound. McRoberts back to J.J. Corner 3 is a beauty.
Oh, we saw Josh McRoberts make a similar type of pass the other night against the Chicago Bulls. Got a great feel for those types of plays. Terrific in the middle of the floor.
J.R. Smith got away from Redick. I think, Josh, if he can't make that extra little flare pass, he'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to charge up the crowd, make a great play. Nelson, boy, he is really playing well. 12 points in the first period for the Magic veteran point guard. No assist yet for Jameer. Moving in on the all-time Magic assist record. There's a foul on Nelson, his first.
Foul number 14.
Found himself matched up with Amari Stoudemire.
His first, second team foul.
Josh in the middle of the floor. He always knows where those three-point shooters are on the weak side, but he also makes that good bounce pass to the big guys underneath the hoop.
A three for Anthony, his second. Carmelo Anthony with 10 first quarter points. Circler down the lane. Too strong. Rebound, Kidd ahead to Anthony. Kidd for three. This New York team is shooting and making threes at record-setting levels. Offensive foul. Stoudemire takes the charge.
Well, Aaron Aflalo, he made up his mind about 20 feet away that he was going. I don't think he thought that Amari would stand in there, and what happened?
He was in the circle.
Oh, he was in the circle. Yes, he was. Foot on the line.
But you're right. Aaron Aflalo had his mind made up way before.
I think Amari Stoudemire thought he might veer one way or the other.
Pablo Prigioni has checked in. Rookie point guard at age 35.
Be careful around him. He is outstanding at stealing the ball, especially on inbound passes, side out, under out. Very good hands. They don't even grab his shirt.
Very clever player. Now, this is Redick short out of the corner again. Rebounded by Tyson Chandler. JJ shooting only 28% on corners threes. He's made 1 for 2 tonight.
You know, though, David, when it's all said and done, right around 40.
He's been over 50 out of the corners the last several years.
Foul number 15.
And foul is on Turkoglu.
Correction, foul number 14.
Well, they gave it to Nelson. Hito tried to take it because he knew that it would be Jameer's second.
The last 2 minutes.
So number 2 on Jameer Nelson. Stoudemire on the free throw line. Now 30 years old. He's in his 11th year in the NBA out of Cypress Creek High School. As this Smith checks in for Jameer Nelson.
You know, it's amazing, David, especially in New York, the fans, the media, they always zoom in, any player, but in particular Amari, about his questionable defense now and over the years and how he fits in with Carmelo. They don't look at the positive things that he can bring to a team.
That's Chris Copeland guarding Hito Turkoglu. Roberts kept his foot down, 1 foot on the ground. Is Smith explodes to the rim, past Prigioni.
I think there are more New York fans in the building than Magic fans.
There are a lot. There are a lot of New York fans in here tonight. There always are. Every team in the NBA faces the New York fan onslaught. Roberts rebounds, quick outlet pass to Aflalo. He is fouled, count it. Remarkable finish by Aaron Aflalo.
He was doing the same thing to J.R. Smith that he did to Amari Stoudemire. JR not too keen on stepping in there and planning himself, backing up. I don't know what he was. I don't think he knows what he was trying to do there, but
Aaron Aflalo shooting 1.
he didn't want to do that.
That was not plan A. I'm pretty sure.
But see, that's how Aaron Aflalo, obviously in the open floor, it's a lot easier when you're bearing down on a defender, but Aaron Aflalo coming up a little gimpy, but keep attacking his defender and attacking the rim and get to the free throw line. Aaron is limping right now.
Number 8, J.R. Smith.
Well, he's taken some contact. He's initiated some contact, I should say, here in the first quarter. That's J.R. Smith, his second foul, with 27 seconds to play in the quarter. Brewer getting back up off the New York bench. Orlando has already shattered its first quarter scoring mark for the year. 35 points here against New York. Turkoglu, who did not score against Chicago on Wednesday night, knocks in the free throw. Hedo playing for just the third time since coming back from the left hand injury. Missed 28 consecutive games after opening night.
Also for New York, number 14, Chris Copeland.
Magic lead is 11. Anthony brings the ball to the front court for New York. Steve Novak checked in, three-point specialist. That's Novak with the ball, back to Anthony. Aflalo was on Carmelo. Prigioni. Stoudemire dunks it with almost 5 to play in the quarter. Here's Smith racing across the midcourt line. He'll fire a jumper, no good at the horn. And that is the end of the first period. A 36-point quarter for the Magic. Boy, the Knicks were playing such great defense earlier in the year. They put a solid defensive game together against San Antonio on Thursday night. But they have been blistered by the Magic in the opening 12 minutes. 36-27. The Magic, led by Jameer Nelson with 13 points, lead the Knicks by 9. Welcome back to Orlando Magic basketball on Fox Sports Florida, presented by Tico People's Gas. Beautiful Saturday night in Central Florida. The Magic off to a great start, leading the Knicks at the end of one, 36-27. Let's check in with our social media reporter, Jessica Blaylock. How are you tonight, Jess?
I'm great, David. Thanks. Just a quick reminder, as usual, I am over here on Twitter all night long, taking all of your comments and questions. Be sure to tweet them to @FSMagic and use that hashtag AskTheMagic, and your tweet may make it into the broadcast. Now, I want to get to a question that I actually received earlier this season, and I have seen throughout the year. How does J.J. Redick compare to other six men around the league? David, Maddie, now that we're more than a third of the way through the season, what do you guys think?
Maddie?
David?
Well, I think he's obviously one of the top 2 or 3 overall 6 men in the NBA. We're seeing another one here in J.R. Smith for the New York Knicks. Jamal Crawford putting up a bunch of points for the Clippers off the bench.
But David, during the pregame show, you mentioned that normally those people look at average points for top 6 men. And that doesn't really tell the story for what J.J. Redick brings to the Magic. Not only the 14 points, but in 31 minutes. But his assists, his movement without the ball, all of those things. But after points per game, what they look at is how's the team doing.
Yeah.
And that's that's the problem right now. Mm-hmm. But when the Magic were creeping up at that 500 mark before Big Baby went down, I thought that JJ was certainly amongst the top 5.
I think he'll be in the conversation all year. Mo Harkless with a dunk from Redick. There's the unselfishness of JJ, the assist for JJ Redick. Harkless also had a nice block a moment ago against Copeland. Prigioni, known as a reluctant shooter, knocks down a 3. Saw him compared to Dick McGuire. Did you, as far as his reluctance to shoot the basketball?
Yeah, I remember Dick McGuire playing.
You don't see the comparison. Huh?
No, strictly an assist man.
Well, that's what, that's Prigioni's deal.
Yeah, but Prigioni.
Look at this. McRoberts with another good play.
Well, the Magic right now have this Knicks fivesome just scrambling all over the place.
Good spreading of the floor for Orlando. Traveling on Copeland. A guy that made their roster with an outstanding summer league in preseason, Chris Copeland. He's a 28-year-old rookie out of the University of Colorado by way of Spain, the Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, the D-League. One of those hungry guys. 10-point lead for the Magic. Stoudemire poked it away from McRoberts. Rather physically. Roberts gave a look to the official who stood and watched. Is Smith playing well off the bench for Jameer Nelson. Hedo Turkoglu against Copeland, draws contact and a foul, and that That left wrist is still sore. Hito got it banged again.
Foul number 14, Chris Copeland.
Broken hand in game 1 against Denver. Hito says the strength is still not there. They rule he was not in the act of shooting. Good Knick defense this time. The shot clock ticking down. Turkoglu missed the jumper. Rebounded by Novak.
So I assume you did not see Dick McGuire play.
I did on film. I don't remember watching him on film. I've seen old clips.
How about Al McGuire, his brother?
I don't remember seeing him play either. Saw him coach a lot at Marquette.
He was with the Knicks, feisty player. Boy, that was way upstairs. And Josh McRoberts had ball, fingers, and backboard all at the same time. That stings, I think.
You can't speak from experience, nor can I. The foul is called on McRoberts.
At lower levels, those aren't good things.
His first team foul.
Mari Stoudemire goes to the free throw line.
Al McGuire was not a particularly talented player, nor was his brother Dick, although Dick made up for it because he was a good assist guy. But Al McGuire was feisty, aggressive, always wanted to get in a fight. And he was the Bob Cousy killer. And not that he outplayed Bob, but he would always pick a fight with Bob. Just grab him, hit him.
Game.
Yeah, try to.
Stoudemire knocks in the free throw.
Back for the Magic, number 9.
He had 10 points against San Antonio the other night. Vucevic checks in. Bumped into Pat Lawrence. So you probably don't remember Pat played at Florida. Local businessman here in Orlando. He said he got in a pickup game with the Mari Stoudemire years ago, back late 90s. And he said, this guy was making hook. He looked like a grown man. He was hitting hook shots and 20-foot jumpers. He found out it was Mari Stoudemire. He was 15 or 16 years old at the time. Great high school player at Cypress Creek High School. Finished up there in Orlando. Pat and his brother Joe were really good players at Florida.
Where was Mari Stoudemire supposed to go to college if he was going to go?
I don't think that was ever
never in question.
Never on the radar. Good defense by Stoudemire. Vucevic touched it last. And we have timeout with 8:45 to play in the first half. The Magic lead the Knicks by 8. Back in Orlando where the Magic lead the Knicks by 8. They've led by as many as a dozen in the first half. Hey, Magic fans, it's time to place your deposit for the 2013-14 Magic season. True Blue Nation can celebrate 25 years of Magic basketball, getting access, exclusivity, membership as a season ticket holder, a True Blue United member. Enjoy exclusive benefits and savings. You can share the games with family and friends, clients year-round. Feel the thrill of every live Magic game. All the big moments, each and every game. Call 866-362-6484 or go to OrlandoMagic.com. Magic lead 40-32. Great crowd on this Saturday night, as Matty pointed out, and is always the case. New York Knicks fans find their way into visiting teams' buildings, and they're here tonight in force. Prigioni. Jameer Nelson gets a block shot. Count those on one hand, can't you? At least for this year.
He usually gets about 4 or 5 a year. Now keep an eye on Aaron Aflalo. He's back into the ballgame. He's moving gingerly with that left glute that he fell on that little bit of a collision with J.R. Smith.
Boy, it's tough to keep him out of the lineup. Anthony Prigioni shooting again for 3. Rebound Vucevic with 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Magic only 4 points in the period after knocking in 36 in quarter 1. Moving screen on Vucevic. Novak went down hard. Nick with his first foul.
Back for New York, number 5, Jason Kidd.
I don't know if we mentioned it, David, but Raymond Felton, normally the starting point guard for the Knicks this year, is out with a broken finger, pinky, I think. There it is. And he is just a whirlwind out there, and he's one of the reasons why their ball movement has stopped. Even though he probably took too many bad shots, he always moving, penetrating, and when he did pass the ball out, that would get the thing moving around a little bit for those 3 balls.
Kid knocks down a 3. Felton is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with that broken finger.
But the Knicks have a very favorable schedule over the next 14. There's an easy jump for Jameer. Wow.
New York is already 22 and 10. They've been very difficult to beat at home, 13 and 3. Here's Anthony. Nelson has him on a switch on back-to-back possessions. And they got a 3 from Kidd and an easy 2 from Anthony running that play.
The Knicks have their tough part of the schedule comes in the last half of the season, really.
Redick for 3. His second 3-ball tonight. Magic finding good 3-point shots of late. That bodes well for when Big Baby and Etuan Moore come back from injury. Novak, you do not want to give him looks, particularly out of the corners. Or the wing, for that matter.
Especially 2 in a row when he had a little time to measure it.
He's 51% out of the corners, 39% from those top areas. And he hit the one out front that time.
He had 5 for 7 the other night against San Antonio.
Nelson, boy, good hands. Vucevic could not finish, though. Nelson touched it last. So the Magic with 5:58 to go. Able to knock down 4 threes tonight, a couple of them by J.J. Redick. Their lead has been cut to 5. Orlando Magic 45, the New York Knicks 40 in a high-scoring first half. Just under 6 minutes to play in the first half of the game. Top scorers in the NBA this season. Kobe Bryant averaging better than 30 per game, followed by Carmelo Anthony of the Knicks, Kevin Durant of the Thunder, LeBron James of the Heat. And that leads to our text poll question for tonight. If you need one basket, who would you want taking the shot of those 4 top leading scorers in the NBA? Bryant, Anthony, Durant, or James? Text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rate supply. We'll have the results for you in our Magic Live post-game show with Paul Kennedy and Nick Anderson. That's a tough one. Kevin Durant is having an incredible year. Bryant has a history of big shots. And Anthony, for some time there, it seems, Matty, was the guy everyone was talking about over the last several years as the big shot maker.
Well, they're all extremely obviously talented guys who want it. They thrive in that situation. They can all draw fouls in case they don't make that particular shot that they want. It's funny about the MVP talk on Carmelo. This is the first time he's really gotten any serious mention, and it's really the first time his team has had such a good record at this juncture of the season. So the MVP thing does not happen until the winning happens.
Right. Which is as it should be.
Sure.
Aaron Aflalo giving up about 4 inches to Carmelo Anthony. Rebound Vucevic. Nick Vucevic with 8 rebounds. He has not scratched in the scorebook, but rebounding again tonight. Turkoglu's quick jumper is no good. Still a 5-point Magic lead. J.R. Smith, Aflalo on him on the switch. And a tip in by Chandler and a foul in the process on Vucevic.
Foul number 9, Nick Vucevic. His second, third team foul.
Tyson Chandler does all the little things that really helped the Knicks have such a good season last year, having a great one this year. And it took him a while. It all didn't happen for him coming out of high school with the Chicago Bulls. He really couldn't figure out what kind of player he was, what his role was. Looked like he could fail.
Well, he had a knee injury that who was it that did not accept him in a trade? Was it Oklahoma City?
New Orleans and Oklahoma City, yeah. That's right.
It's been about 4 years now. Going stronger than ever. Nelson feeds Vucevic and a foul. Vucevic will have a three-point opportunity. Jason Kidd, the personal, his first.
And Vucevic shooting one.
Good to see Nick go up there and dunk that one through. The last time he tried to put one up, he was wide open for a little lay-in, and he tried to just touch it up there and spun out on him.
I won't get it done tonight.
Now, when you're 6'11", and you can do it, you got to do it in traffic.
Chandler's very good defender at the rim. Carmelo Anthony. Magic switching everything. That puts Redick on Carmelo. And he draws the foul on Redick.
I got to call it on Vucevic.
That's number 3 on Nick.
His third and fourth team foul.
Somebody's got to come below the free throw line when he's that close to the basket. In that case, 2 dribbles, but really 1 dribble away. You got to come double him. He has not gone in that close to the basket yet in this game. He's biding his time, but as the game wears on and if it stays competitive, that's when he starts to go to work in and around the hoop.
Vucevic to the bench with 3 personals. 4:46 to go in the first half. McRoberts back in. Anthony is second in the NBA in field goal attempts, 21 per game, 6th in free throw attempts, almost 8 per game, and 6th in 3-point field goal attempts at 6 per game. Well, he shoots a lot from everywhere.
Yes, he does. Small lineup for the Magic, and McRoberts should be able to take Chandler away from the basket. That'll open up things as far as driving lanes. I don't need to settle for that jumper there.
There's a long 2 also. Anthony for 3. McRoberts doing a good job on the boards. That's his 5th rebound. Nelson to the front court. Working Kidd. Turkoglu hands it to Redick. Redick lets it fly. It's wide left. And wedges between the rim and the backboard. Don't see that very often, but it does happen occasionally.
So now you get a jump ball at center court.
McRoberts will stay in there against Tyson Chandler. And New York controls the tip. 4 minutes to go in the half. A 4-point lead for the Magic. They led by 12 in the first period. Maurice Harkless checked back in. Throws a hand up in the face of Smith. Chandler in on the offensive rebound, and a foul is called on the Magic.
Foul number 7.
The foul is on Redick. That is his first.
His first penalty situation.
Tyson Chandler on the line for the 2nd time tonight.
You mentioned that trade that did not go through. You also have to point out he's played with some very good point guards too. His last 5-6 years of his NBA career, which makes his game a lot easier because he's the one that would rely on point guard penetration, on pick and rolls, throwing on those little alley-oops and lobs. Because he's not a guy that you throw the ball to in the low post. But it took him about 4 or 5 years to realize that he did not have a low post game. It's kind of like Joakim Noah's going through that right now. He doesn't really realize that his team does not want to throw him the ball in the low post. He keeps asking for it, but
having a great year, though. Novak for three. New York takes the lead on the three ball by Steve Novak. A Magic turnover cost them. Orlando's 12-point lead. History now. DeQuan Jones challenging the great defender. McRoberts had a shot at it, but it's picked up by Smith. J.R. Smith against DeQuan Jones. Fancy move and a foul. Count the basket for J.R. Smith. New York starting to click with J.R. Smith, Steve Novak, Carmelo Anthony here in the second quarter.
J.R. Smith has been settling for that outside shot this time. Fancy, you're right.
New York Knicks have overcome a 12-point Orlando Magic lead. They've just taken the lead a moment ago on a three by Steve Novak, and now a two-pointer by J.R. Smith. Take a look at our Toyota trend for tonight. Nick Vucevic, since the 1st of December, has more rebounds than any player in the NBA, highlighted by that 29-rebound effort against Miami on Monday night. Followed that up with a dozen against Chicago on Wednesday. Vucevic has 8 rebounds tonight. However, has picked up 3 personal fouls and is on the Orlando Magic bench. Nick riding the exercise bike. Aaron Aflalo has been taken back to the Magic locker room already. Shaken up in the first half. And Gustavo Ione, another big man for the Magic, is unavailable with the sore quad. Goose played in that game against Chicago the other night, but did not play against Miami. So a nagging injury for Ione. J.R. Smith, 20 points or better in 5 consecutive games coming into tonight. He has 6 so far in the first half. Jason Kidd, quick hands, knocked it away from Nelson. Jameer wanted a foul. Smith makes it a 5-point New York lead.
Well, you make a mistake with the ball, especially out high like that. They strike so quickly.
12 points off turnover already for New York. And here's another opportunity. Smith off to the races. 10 for J.R. Smith. He had 6 about 20 seconds ago.
David, you pointed out how they score so well off of turnovers, but they're not a fast break team.
No.
It's down near the bottom of the league, only about 9 points a game, but they look like they've been running the break all season long. It was easy.
Magic badly needed a bucket there. They had surrendered an 18-3 run by New York. Smith missed a 3. Rebound, McRoberts. Josh playing backup center tonight. Almost had another rebound, but it's picked up by J.R. Smith. Knicks have held the Magic to only 14 points in the second period. Kidd, cross-court, Novak. 3-point shot on its way. Short rebound, Redick. Almost lost it. Anthony's on it. Jameer, fall away shot is short. Tyson Chandler, steal by Harkless. Redick for 3. Drills it. Harkless with a big defensive play to make it a 2-point game after the Redick 3 ball. Roberts on Anthony. Not much contact, but enough to send Anthony to the line. Number 2 on guard.
Knicks were starting to feel their oats a little bit, feeling they can get a bucket anytime they want, get a fast break whenever they want. But Maurice Harkless sneaking up on Jason Kidd to get another much-needed hoop.
Carmelo Anthony shooting 2.
Harkless played a terrific game against the Knicks here in mid-November. 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 blocked shots for the 19-year-old rookie out of Queens, New York. Stick around for Magic Halftime, presented by your Central Florida Honda dealers. Paul Kennedy is going to talk with Magic CEO Alex Martins. We'll also have first-half highlights and stats. That's coming up in 31.8 seconds of game time. Anthony has 15 in the first half. Now 16 points. No shot. New York had a foul to give.
Foul on number 9. Pablo Prigioni.
Referee Mark Davis says no shot.
His first in the last 2 minutes.
Foul on Prigioni is his first.
Kind of an unusual time to take the foul. Didn't cost the Knicks a possession or anything like that, but normally you wait to the last possession of the quarter. Maybe in Italy they do it a little differently. I don't know.
It must be a European thing. Kidd all over Nelson. Jameer couldn't free himself. Now he comes to the basketball. The shot clock is down to 6. Jameer had to work very hard just to get the ball. He's tripped up and he'll go to the line with 3 on the shot clock and 10 in the period.
Jason Kidd was figuring what he can do, obviously, is deny the ball better than he can defend it. So he put in all that hard work to try to keep the ball out of the hands of Jameer to save him this.
Thought he could get away with that left-handed shove and on the hip. Did not. Boy, Nelson had to step away from the free throw line and catch his breath. He worked very hard for these 2 free throws.
Back for New York, number 16.
Jameer having a career year in rebounds and assists. He's got his 3-point percentage up to 36%. Shooting a career best 92% at the free throw line in his 9th year in the NBA. First half points for Nelson. Carmelo Anthony picked up by McRoberts at the 3-point line. Multiple crossovers into the lane. Carmelo fouled, will shoot a pair. So tough to defend in the open floor.
He's so, I won't say underrated because nobody underrates him about his ball handling, but he is an outstanding dribbler. He's got the great handle. Crossing McRoberts up there, and when they've got the floor spread like that with the 3-point shooters, it's hard to dig in there and help. You're almost hoping that he'll just bail you out and pull up and take a 3 himself, even though he shoots a good percentage, or take preferably the long 2.
Carmelo Anthony with 17 points, 4 assists in the first half. Perfect 6 of 6 at the line.
20-second timeout. Magic.
Jacques Vaughn uses a 20-second timeout with 1.2 on the clock. Magic led by 9 at the end of the first period, 36-27. But it's been all New York in the second quarter. Fans, FoxSportsFlorida.com has the latest news surrounding all of your favorite Florida sports teams. Log on to get Magic post-game coverage. Read about former Dolphins coach Nick Saban back in South Florida for the BCS title game on Monday night against Notre Dame. And read about the Seminoles and Hurricanes beginning their ACC play in basketball. It's all right there. FoxSportsFlorida.com. Log on now. Former Hurricane DeQuan Jones in the starting lineup for the Orlando Magic for the 3rd consecutive game. Magic will inbound the ball. McRoberts will throw it from the opposite end. One second left. Nelson No good. It would not have counted.
Score at the end of the first half. New York.
And New York will have a 4-point lead in the locker room. They finished the first half on a 22-10 run against the Magic. Let's check in with Jess.
Thanks, David. Jameer, another great start for you. 16 first half points. Where's your confidence level in shooting the ball right now?
I'm comfortable. I mean, I'm out here playing free, playing aggressive. But first and foremost, man, we got to get stops. We were leading in the first quarter and going to the second quarter because we got a lot of stops. And, I guess that was a false sense of security for us because, they're a great scoring team. I think we let up a little bit.
In addition to getting stops in the second half, what else is going to be key?
Keeping the ball in our hands and making decisions that gets us good shots. I think when we do that, we shoot a high percentage, as you can see. The games that in the half that we are bad is when we turn the ball over a lot.
All right, thanks, Jameer. Good luck in the second half. David, Maddie, back over to you.
All right, thank you, Jess. Another outstanding half of basketball for Jameer Nelson. And the Magic trailing the Knicks by only 4, surrendering 59 points, 30 in the second period. New York outscored the Magic 30-19 in the second quarter after Orlando owned the first period, 36-27. Mike Woodson's Knicks lead the Magic by 4 at the half. Magic basketball on Fox Sports Florida is brought to you by Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do. By Steak and Shake. Come in for 4 meals under $4. Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers. And by Zero Dark 30. Now playing in select theaters. Opens everywhere January 11th. Halftime from Orlando's Amway Center. The New York Knicks and the Orlando Magic. A high-scoring affair. 59-55 is our halftime score. Jameer Nelson continues, Maddie, to shoot the ball so very well, playing great offensively.
Again, and Jameer being a scorer, when you get into that kind of a groove, it's again, at the beginning of the game, he could get any shot he wanted because Jason Kidd was backing off, hoping that Jameer would cool off from where he's been the last few games, but not the case. As Jameer carried so much of the offensive load, got the Magic going early. 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 overall for Jameer. 2 out of 3 from beyond the arc as he poured in 16 points. And there we look at his KFC bucket chart. And getting to the basket also at will.
Got to the free throw line a couple of times in the first half as well. The Magic, though, trail by 4. Let's check in with Jessica Blaylock and Orlando Magic assistant coach James Borrego.
Thanks, David. Coach Jameer Nelson said that getting stops and taking care of the ball were key heading into the second half. What do you think?
It's the defense. We got to get to the three-point shooters, contain Carmelo Anthony. It's a tough job. We got to scramble a little bit more urgency, get to the offensive rebounds, and take care of the ball.
All right, thanks so much. David, Maddie, back to you.
Take care of the ball. That will be key for the Magic. It was Knicks' key for the Orlando Ball Club tonight. Maddie, you talked about it in the first half as well. And Orlando had 7 turnovers in the second period. That was key to New York's run to take this 4-point lead. There you see the scoring leaders. 18 for Carmelo, 16 for Jameer Nelson. Late in the second period, Aaron Aflalo retreated to the Orlando Magic locker room to get some treatment. He's back on the floor to start the second half for the Magic. Here he is with the ball against Brewer. Brewer goes down, a pick set by Vucevic. Nick firing, it is off. Tipped by Nicholson is no good, but a foul on New York. This could be free throws for Andrew Nicholson if Mark Davis judges that Andrew was in the act of trying to tip it in. That's what Jacques Vaughn's arguing.
He was in the act of trying to tip it in, but not, again, control or no control, and that's a judgment. That's judgment. Andy getting a little bit frisky defensively. Got out there and challenged.
Brewer slapped the ball out of the hands of Aflalo. Boy, somehow Chandler was able to control a one-handed tip.
Tyson Chandler.
While Nelson had a grasp of him down low. And that's 3 on Jameer.
His third, first team foul.
Follow continues to try to get loose and warmed up. He came out of the locker room late and never did get down to the Magic basket to move around or take any shots. Not that that's all that important, but he does not look like he's ready to go full tilt.
Jumping around, trying to loosen up. It's still a tenacious defender on Nelson. Daquan Jones will launch a three. It's no good. Rebound to Chandler.
And if Aaron is not right, it's a good opportunity. Just go ride the bike and see you get a work up a sweat. But you don't want to be running limping like that. Oh boy, inside again. This time Carmelo missed an easy one.
And Vucevic grabbed his 9th rebound. Jones shooting again. This one good. 2-point field goal for Daquan Jones. Rookie from Miami has 6.
Carmelo is grimacing. I don't know if it's frustration for missing that layup or he came down funny. That night he had 45 a couple of games ago. He said he felt something pop in his knee.
That's a 2 for Kidd. Anthony is missing 6 games for 3 different injuries. Just nagging injuries. A finger, an ankle, a knee.
I always get a kick out of it. Don't touch it up.
And
Vucevic. They say, and they do it with all the players. I don't know why it's a big deal all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden. They say, well, Carmelo Anthony didn't practice today. It's like, players don't practice. I don't know. They just, the backups play 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. You might walk through some stuff, but this time of the year, everybody's banged up and bruised up. You're trying to make sure that your guys that are playing top 8, top 9 rotational minutes, they're not out practicing.
All the time. You're right. Nicholson now has 9. He had 11 points in 10 minutes against New York back in that November game. Doing very similar activity tonight. And again, Chandler is loose at the rim. Keep finding Tyson Chandler above the rim. Marcus Camby, very good passer.
4 assists, Marcus Camby. Has been a good passer from the high post.
Brewers giving Aflalo a lot of problems early in this third quarter. Another forced turnover. That's 11 Magic turnovers now. Another good pass by Camby, and Kidd spots up another 3-ball. Got it. Jason Kidd with 3 threes tonight. 4 out of 7 shooting for Kidd, and a timeout is taken by the Magic. Welcome back to Orlando Magic basketball on Fox Sports Florida, presented by Tico People's Gas. The New York Knicks build their biggest lead of the game, a 7-point advantage early in the third period. Hey fans, the Magic are back on the road Monday for a series of away games, but plan on coming back to the Amway Center for some great action in January. Magic Bobcats on the 18th. On the 20th, it's the Dallas Mavericks. 20th is also Family Fun Day and Stuff's birthday, so bring the whole family and celebrate. Get tickets tonight for these great games at OrlandoMagic.com or 866-930-8515. We will get loud. Jason Kidd reached over the back of Nelson and is called for the foul.
Foul number 5, Jason Kidd.
That's his third.
Jason didn't think he fouled Jameer on the steal, but he fouled him as he was coming off the pick.
Kidd in his 19th year looks pretty lively tonight, doesn't he? Nelson buries a 3. Big shot for the Magic. They needed that. 69-64. Anthony weaving his way through the Magic defense. Vucevic has his 10th rebound of the night. That shot no good. Vooch tipped it out. Daquan Jones. Canby with the rebound. Here comes Kidd. Anthony, pick and roll with Canby. Skips the pass to Brewer. Ronnie Brewer. Well, he's been really struggling with his offense. That's his first points of the night. The last 10 games, he's shooting 27%.
He's just basically in that starting lineup to buy a few minutes before they put J.R. Smith onto the floor.
Nicholson blows past Canby and no help at the hoop for New York.
Well, Canby is trying to get out and put more pressure on Andrew Nicholson, something he wasn't doing in the first quarter. Because he just does not have the lateral movement or foot speed or anything else to keep Andrew from going by him.
Jason Kidd shoots off the dribble. Nick Vucevic with another rebound. A 5-point lead for New York. Here's Nelson quickly to the front court. He drives and scoops it. No good. Came up short. Around Canby. Brewer is a guy you do not want to let get anything easy. He's shooting 44% at the line. Anthony out to Kidd. Here's a three by Brewer. Rebound to Quan Jones.
Yeah, he was emboldened after making that long two in the play before.
Vucevic set the screen for Jameer. Jason Kidd leaning on Boots. Jameer with a nice fake. Quan Jones out of the corner. Vucevic, an offensive rebound, wrestling with Canby and Chandler. Aaron Aflalo with a hand in his face. It's good, and the foul. He banked it in.
Wow. Good job by Nick Vucevic to get a hold of that rebound. This shot did not look good leaving
no, did not.
Aaron's hand as he's laboring to get any legs underneath him. No balance.
His second, third team foul.
Anthony continues to chew out the official. Remember a couple of years ago when players were not allowed to say a lot to the referees disrespectfully?
I think it was 2 years ago.
What happened to that?
They do that at the beginning of the year for about a month or two, and then back to business as usual.
We call it a penny this year. It's a 1-point lead for New York. J.R. Smith off the bench, quickly taking a shot. Nicholson tried to save the rebound, but could not. Got hustled by Andrew. Rookie from St. Bonaventure getting his 5th start of the year. Amari Stoudemire in the game. Daquan Jones playing some physical defense on Anthony. Carmelo, he can get his shot pretty much whenever he wants it. Stoudemire with an offensive rebound. Nicholson reached in and took it away at a jump ball. Why, we haven't seen Nicholson get physical very often, but here in the second half tonight, he's going to work.
And took a shot in the eye as well as he took that shot first before he reached in to grab and forced the jump ball. Jameer trying to talk while chewing on his mouth guard, tying his shorts up.
He's a multitasker, man.
That's a lot of that.
He can do it all.
And making all the shots and talking stuff out there.
His assists are up to 4 now. He's picked up 3 assists in this third quarter. Foot race to the loose ball. Nelson's got it, and he's got a step on Kidd. Magic take the lead midway in the third quarter. Great hustle by Jameer. Kidd again for 3. Not this time. Offensive rebound, Chandler. Skips it out to Smith, back to Kidd. Into the lane, bounce pass to Stoudemire. Vucevic with the block. Picked up by Nicholson. Great defense by the Magic. Nelson deep. No good. Rebound Chandler for New York.
Anthony, a deep three.
That's good. Third three for Carmelo Anthony.
Boy, the Knicks want to run. Jason Kidd is pushing the ball up. They don't want to play half-court offense. They're a half-court offense, just like everybody else in the league. It's a big-time struggle. Obviously, they want to go to Carmelo Anthony in an isolation situation for their half-court offense.
Nicholson. Chandler with the rebound for New York. They're up 2. Stoudemire spins into heavy traffic. I think Nicholson got a piece of it. Nicholson with the loose ball. Flower. 3-on-3. Going to take it himself. Draw the foul and will go to the line, but he's hurting again.
Another hard fall. I don't know if it was on the floor or on the photographer.
J.R. Smith. His third, 14 foul.
That was on J.R. Smith. Wobbly Aflalo makes his way to the line. Let's see if we get a blocked shot here. Nicholson got a hand on it, but we'll have to check the official score sheet. And at the other end, another aggressive drive by Aaron Aflalo. Let's get a report from Jess.
Well, guys, we saw Aaron Aflalo limping on the court earlier. Another hard fall for him. It turns out that he fell on his hip in the first half, and that is starting to now bruise. So he's dealing with something similar to a hip pointer. I asked him during the half how he's feeling. He said he is in pain, but he is going to go. That is something that we will have to keep an eye on throughout the rest of the game.
Now, he is a gamer. A little limp in his getting up right now, but he just knocked down 2 free throws to tie the score at 74. Pablo Prigione's in the game, so is Steve Novak. Novak missed a jump shot. Rebound, Vucevic. That's 13 for the Magic Center. Aflalo to Nelson for 3. Nelson with 4 threes tonight. Had 6 against Chicago on Wednesday. And 4 in the previous 3 games.
But not a lot of mystery to this game. He's come down, and first guy that catches it over midcourt, who's got the least bit of a lime green light, fires the 3. Not that time, though, by J.R. Smith.
It's a wildly entertaining basketball game with 3:35 left in the third quarter. Magic going toe-to-toe with one of the top from the East for the 3rd night this week. Both losses to Miami and Chicago, and we may be headed for another close one here tonight. Aflalo splits this double team and lays it in. Boy, Aaron playing hurt, playing well.
Yeah. Gotta get back off that bike and get in the game, Aaron.
Yeah, forget that.
He's pretty good on one leg.
17 for Aflalo. Rookie DeQuan Jones. His hands full on Anthony. 3-point chance for Carmelo Anthony. Boy, Jones is physical. He's a big, strong rookie out of Miami, but what a tough assignment tonight against Carmelo Anthony. Nelson stole that tip, racing past Kidd to get 2 for the Magic. Orlando, New York playing a terrific NBA game on this Saturday night. It's a 1-point lead for the Orlando Magic late in the 3rd. Magic head west tomorrow for a Monday night meeting against the red-hot Portland Trailblazers. Winners of 9 of their last 12, led by an outstanding rookie, Damian Lillard, averaging 18 points and 6.5 assists per game. He is really something. We're looking forward to seeing him play in person. LaMarcus Aldridge, the veteran, having a great year as well, averaging 20 and 8. And J.J. Hickson, a big man in the middle, averages a double-double. That is a test on Monday night. And then on to Denver on Wednesday at the Clippers, one of the top teams in the NBA with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin and company. And then Washington on Monday, January 14th to wrap up the odd 4-game road trip. West Coast, East Coast variety. All around the town. Anthony, a 3-point play. 6 in the quarter, 24 in the game for Carmelo Anthony. J.R. Smith now matched up with Aflalo. Prigione gets him on a switch. McRoberts checked in during the timeout. Vucevic thought he saw an open McRoberts, but that door closed in a hurry.
Yeah, he was open.
Too late.
That's how quick J.R. Smith recovered. J.R. Smith, it's a work in progress. for him defensively, getting better. Mari in traffic. Cannot seem to finish around the hoop. He seems to lose vision when he drops his head with the goggles.
Vucevic and Roberts playing some pretty good defense around the rim, too. A couple of long guys in there. Nick has managed not to pick up his 4th foul. Novak stayed behind the three-point line, but missed the shot, and it's off of Prigioni. Magic ball, still tied at 79. Just under 2 to play in the 3rd. Jacques Vaughn's Magic, losers of 7 straight, but 5 of them by 4 points or less. And that 4-point loss, the Magic had a chance to tie with 2 seconds to play at the free throw line. Wound up losing by 4. Shot clock down to 4. Nelson gets into the New York defense and is clubbed by Stoudemire.
Foul number 1.
Jameer Nelson, he is playing at a high level.
If you remember, and it's hard to remember, David, that game way back in the beginning of the season against the Knicks. Jameer Nelson was not available in that game. Etuan Moore did a nice job. Shot the ball well, had 8 assists, no turnovers. And the Magic were right there, neck and neck, nose to nose with the Knicks going into the 4th quarter, and then just went flat.
Kidd made a couple of big threes, as I recall, and they finished on a 20-9 run to win the game by 10.
Yeah, only 13 points in the 4th quarter. So the Magic right now knocking down the threes, able to get by their initial defender and get into the paint, get to the rim, shooting a high percentage.
It's about taking care of the basketball right now and trying to close out on that 3-point line. Anthony spinning in traffic, no good. Rebound to Quan Jones, clobbered on the back of the head by Stoudemire. Nelson again splits the double team. Bounce pass to Aflalo out of the corner. He drills it. Very good corner 3 shooter, Aaron Aflalo. Better than 50% for the year. Smith in the face of Aflalo. Rebound taken away by Jones. Boy, DeQuan Jones. He played a big boy game tonight. Rookie from Miami. Vucevic calling for the ball against Smith. 3 defenders come to him. That leaves Nelson open. Big mistake tonight. Any night of late with Jameer Nelson. 5 threes tonight for Nelson. 29 points. He matched his career high of 32 against Chicago on Wednesday. Might break it tonight. Prigioni. Obviously, the scouting report says let him shoot jumpers.
Yeah, he's out there looking to be a passer. He doesn't want to shoot the ball.
Final possession. Good bounce pass to Quan Jones. Finish. Foul. 3-point chance for the rookie. He's playing like a veteran tonight.
Boy, the Magic are exposing all of the Knicks and the Knicks defense tonight. They are taking advantage of every time they turn their heads, every time they get by their man, able to create a good play, good scoring opportunity, and then, of course, shooting the ball well.
That would have counted had it gone, but it's the end of the 3rd quarter. A successful one for the Magic. They outscored the Knicks by 12 points in the period and finished the quarter on a 10-2 run. Orlando by 8 as we go to the 4th on a Saturday night. Let's take a look at tonight's game summary brought to you by Tradewinds Island Resort. An 8-point lead for the Orlando Magic. Look at the 3-point shooting. Magic three-pointer for three-pointer along with the New York Knicks tonight. Nelson 29, Anthony 24 for New York. Well, Jameer Nelson, Maddie, has just been sensational. Now the Magic have a chance to knock off one of the best teams in the East, if not the NBA. What do they got to do in the final quarter?
Well, the shots are there. The question is, can they continue to keep making them at the clip that they are making them, which is a high one. And at the defensive end, you got to be ready for Carmelo Anthony. He's still in there. He didn't go out for a breather yet. But this is when he usually goes to work. They try to get him the ball, that right elbow on the right side a little bit, and he just drops his head and goes to the basket looking for three-point play opportunities that way.
Prigioni drops the ball inside to Stoudemire, and a foul. Three-point chance for the Knicks to start the fourth quarter. The foul is on. Vucevic, his fourth personal.
Boy, this one almost squirted out on Stoudemire.
His fourth first team foul.
Up quite high enough to dunk it because he was being fouled by Vucevic.
Three-point play for Stoudemire to start the fourth quarter for New York. 9 points, 3 rebounds for the veteran Amari Stoudemire. Playing in just his third game after missing the first part of the season to a knee injury. Vucevic, Nelson, back to Vooch. 10-foot jumper is short. McRoberts, an offensive rebound. Josh has done a great job on the boards tonight. Flips it in with the right hand.
Just overpowering Steve Novak. Steve not known for his defense, so Josh got the rebound on him and then just took him one-on-one.
Roberts doing a great job. Prigioni will shoot for three.
Magic ball.
Touch last by Stoudemire. 1 minute gone in the fourth period. A 7-point lead. The Magic start the fourth with Nelson and Redick, Turkoglu, Vucevic, and McRoberts. Nelson, a tricky move on Prigioni. Redick drives past Smith. Tito Turkoglu, shot clock at 5, 15-footer short. Anthony the rebound. Anthony one-on-one against McRoberts. Smith, now Prigioni, back to J.R. Smith. Into the lane goes Smith. Bounce pass to Stoudemire for the dunk. Magic 91, the Knicks 86. Aaron Aflalo ready to check back in. Nelson. Chip Vucevic, no good. Rebound Prigioni. J.R. Smith for three. Vucevic hauls it in, number 14. Nelson thought about a three. Screen from Vucevic. Tito Turkoglu launching for three. Well, he has not really come close on his jump shots tonight. Tito's 0 for 5 from the floor. Still a 5-point lead for the Magic. That time McRoberts closed the door, but somehow Anthony still got to the baseline. Well, he is so good.
Somehow, some strength.
Some athleticism. Some kind of player. He's limping a little bit, though, as he goes to the New York bench. It's a 3-point lead for the Magic with 9:13 to play. We're back in Orlando. Let's take a look at tonight's Bayer Migraine hustle stats. The Magic lead by 3, +8 in rebounds, +4 in block shots, 7 steals for New York, 5 for the Magic. The Magic more fast break points than New York. Second chance points are even at 9. 9:13 to play in the fourth quarter. The Magic began this fourth period with an 8-point lead. New York is 5-9 this year when they trail going to the fourth quarter. 3-6 on the road. But the Magic, young team, most players playing together for the first time, have had difficulty closing out games. We'll see if they can pull it out here tonight.
Jacques Vaughn trying to get a little bit of a breather for Jameer Nelson. Will put the ball in the hands of Vito Turkoglu, but will have help from J.J. Redick.
Chandler backed off, grimaced when he did. Vucevic missed twice. He tips again, and Chandler gets the rebound. Well, I don't know how Nick did not finish one of those. He was right there. Building those rebound numbers again. He's got 17. Anthony missed the three. 18 rebounds for Vucevic. Josh McRoberts. Right-handed push shot. Vucevic tipped it back to him. Nick inside, trying to go up. Reverses it home.
Boy, I just saw a long arm reach out to the other side.
Very nice by Nick. He's got 7. Aflalo is now on Anthony. Vucevic picks him up on the switch. J.R. Smith. Long 2. 14 for Smith. The 3-point lead again. Under 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. It's a shootout between the Magic and the Knicks. Redick. Rims, rebound, Kidd. Roberts on Anthony again. One-on-one, multiple crossover dribbles between the legs and an 18-foot jumper.
You can live with that. Making him do all that just for an 18-footer. Although the last 2 mid-range jumpers by J.R. Smith and Carmelo finding the bottom of the net. Not that those guys need their confidence built any, but when they get that ball, get that feel of the ball going through, they can do some nasty things to you.
That foul number 4 on J.R. Smith. Vucevic holding his own against Tyson Chandler and some tonight, would you say? He's giving Chandler fits.
This is how working him.
Swallow, count it. He'll go to the line with another 3-point opportunity. Counted for Aflalo, the Magic. With a 3-point lead.
Boy, how many? I know Jamal Crawford leads the world in 4-point plays. This is 2 in 1 game.
This was a 2-point field goal.
Oh, okay.
I
thought they signaled a 3.
Oh, he missed the free throw.
Didn't matter anyway.
Aaron's first missed free throw tonight. Still a 3-point lead for the Magic. Smith driving. Off balance, but Chandler is there to clean it up. Anthony with the shot clock at 4. Rising for 3. Got it. Whoa, man. Hand in his face. Big 3, Carmelo Anthony. He's made 4 tonight from beyond the arc.
And that was not an easy one, obviously, but he kind of relishes the degree of difficulty on those threes. And if you miss them, it looks like, wow, it was a tough shot.
Exactly.
Foul number 5, Jason Kidd.
That foul on Kidd is his 4th.
Carmelo recognized the clock with about 7 seconds, took his time. He really had nowhere else to go except just launch.
Anthony averaging 29 a game, has 31. Aflalo takes Smith in the post. Backs him down, turns and fires.
I like the play, though, because now that that's gone down, if he goes in there again, a double team, maybe even a triple team again will come. As the Knicks kind of get all wiggly when they...
So much attention on Carmelo Anthony. Chandler unguarded.
And J.R. Smith, as Aaron Aflalo was... He said it was his fault, and of course it was, but when you're guarding J.R. Smith, you almost have to put the blinders on.
They got the switch. That's Vucevic on Smith. Touch last by J.R. Smith. Magic will have the ball when we come back. 5:43 to play in the 4th. The Magic 97. The Knicks 97. So many terrific performances tonight for the Orlando Magic. 97-97 with 5:43 to play in the 4th quarter. Let's take a look at our AT&T U-Burst Reverse replay. Aaron Aflalo playing with a sore hip. Well, you never know it. The quality of play outstanding. Aflalo knocking down 2 threes tonight. Has made 9 field goals, 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. And has 24 points for the Orlando Magic.
The Magic are getting incredible numbers out of their starting backcourt. Jameer Nelson and Aaron Aflalo, 53 points between them. 19 for 31 from the field, the 3-ball. It almost looks like a West and a Goodrich stat sheet.
Really good. Nelson is back, by the way, after sitting out for several minutes. Jameer, shot clock is at 4. Vucevic has to go. Touched last by the Knicks, but only 4/10 on the clock.
4/10 of a second to shoot. 4/10 of a second.
Enough time to catch and shoot it. Can't bobble it or anything.
Smith deflected it, and a clock violation. Not a bad idea to try and throw it up to the rim. See if Vucevic couldn't just tip it. Well, the Magic had 9 turnovers in the first half. Only 4 more so far in the second. That's a big reason why they're all knotted up at 97. Kidd back on the floor. J.R. Smith isolated against Aflalo. Good defense by Aflalo. Smith still scores.
Magic defended the first part of the play, the pick and roll action. But that's what they got the advantage of a guy like Carmelo and J.R. Smith. They can just bail their offense out with their one-on-one ability.
They've got Anthony guarding Redick. That's some respect. Josh McRoberts tried to throw the ball diagonally. Was fouled on the pass. The pass went.
Who was there?
Way out of line. I think he was trying to hit Vucevic.
Oh, and the foul misdirected the.
He was in the area. That foul is
in the building.
Shot clock was at 14 for the Magic inbound. New York tightening up its defense. Aflalo glanced at the clock. Spins, falls away from J.R. Smith. He got tapped on the wrist. Will shoot 2. That's 5 on J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith. Here's Smith. Penalty situation in effect.
Backed him down, backed him down. Got some hand. And Aflalo was on the line with a chance to tie it up again.
Well, they're content to let J.R. Smith battle Aaron Aflalo in the post without bringing a double team.
Couple of missed free throws for Aaron tonight. New York by 1. 4.5 to play. Anthony drives on McRoberts. Puts it in. 33 for Carmelo Anthony.
Good defense by McRoberts. He took the drive to the rim away. Take a little bit of a fadeaway jumper.
Vucevic, good hands again. McRoberts inside. 2 defenders there. Could not finish. Tangled up with Chandler and a foul. McRoberts will get called for the personal. Technical as well.
A technical foul is called on number 17, Josh McRoberts.
Chandler has a way of getting under the skin of opposing players. So the Knicks will shoot the technical and then get the ball.
Timeout, New York.
Not sure what he earned a technical for, but nonetheless, Novak made the free throw. And New York leads by 4 with 4:03 to play in the 4th period. Back in Orlando, we're down to 4:03 to play. The Magic had an 8-point lead when the 4th quarter started, but the Knicks have gone on a 14-5 run, and they lead by 4. Our Mazda drive of the game brought to you by Mazda. On a tip ball situation, Nicholson tipping it to Jameer Nelson ahead of Kidd and company, scoring 2 of his 29 points tonight. It's been a big night for Jameer, but the Magic still have work to do, down by 4. There was no personal foul on McRoberts, only a technical.
And, Jameer had about 30 points the other night in the Chicago game, and then just really didn't look for his offense the last 2 or 3 minutes. Did get a bucket at the end to go get 32 to tie his career high, but Jameer has to be aggressive now. The Magic down by 4. They need it when they get the ball back.
Anthony having a big fourth quarter. That time no good. Rebound Redick. So Anthony has 33. 9 in the fourth period, but couldn't make that one. He's matched up with Redick at the other end. Aaron Aflalo floats it short. Vucevic cleans it up, puts it in. 18 rebounds for Vucevic tonight. That gives him 9 points. It's a 2-point game with 3:20 to play. Starting Chandler. McRoberts on Anthony. Vucevic on the switch, picks up Carmelo. 7-footer. Gets down low. Anthony drives by and missed it short, tipped it in.
Carmelo's another one of those, especially when he drives left. Not all that concerned about making the first offering, but he's in there to get the follow-up. Just kind of put that off the front of the rim.
Redick drifting right, lets it fly for 3. Rebound Kidd. New York 104, the Magic 100 with 2.5 to play. Anthony with 11 in the fourth period. Gets Vucevic again on the switch. One-on-one play. Anthony with the shot clock at 4.
Anthony.
37 for Carmelo Anthony. Holding foul on Anthony, and they are over the limit.
Smart play by Aaron Aflalo. As soon as he felt the least bit of contact with Carmelo, just they got all entangled arm-wise.
Foul number 7, Carmelo Anthony. His third.
That's 3 fouls on Carmelo Anthony. Aflalo to the line. We still have plenty of time left, but I think everybody in the building senses that the Magic don't have an answer for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, you can double team him and gamble on. You don't want to gamble on Steve Novak by any means. There's J.R. Smith is capable of knocking a 3 down, as is Jason Kidd.
Magic can't just match baskets with New York. Now they need some stops. Down by 4 with 2 minutes, 5 seconds to play. Here comes Carmelo Anthony to the front court.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
I don't think anybody's touched the ball the last 2 or 3 trips except number 7 for New York. He dribbles the shot clock down to 7. Now they swing it to Kidd for the 3 out of the corner. That's what happens when you double team him. Very difficult team to defend. New York now with a 7-point lead after a big 3 by Jason Kidd. Well, the big 3 by Jason Kidd giving New York some breathing room. 1:45 left. The Knicks up by 7. It's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. Carmelo Anthony heating it up, particularly in the fourth quarter for New York. He had 45 in a game the other night. And moving in on 40 here tonight. 37 for Carmelo Anthony. Number 2 scorer in the NBA behind only Kobe Bryant at 29 per game. Manny, we saw what can happen when you do get away from your base defense and try and double team him.
But you got to try. You got to do something. Get the ball out of his hands and force somebody else to put the ball in the hole.
This needs to go in. Magic in and out. Tough break for J.J. Redick. Still a minute 35 left. Now they go back to their set offense in the half court, leading by 7. Anthony winds up with it. Shot clock at 6. Carmelo rising for 3. Finally missed one. Rebound, Jameer Nelson. Nelson hounded by Kidd to Aflalo. Drives on Novak. Scoops it up and in. Minute 5 left. It's a 5-point game. Jason Kidd's in no hurry.
Just crossed simultaneous with 16 seconds on the shot clock.
A turnover here, but New York just does not turn it over much. And he scores a lot. 39 for Carmelo Anthony. He has made 7 field goals in the fourth quarter, 1-3. So he's got 15 points in the fourth period.
Well, David, that's you're talking about early in the game. He was just kind of floating on the perimeter, taking a jumper here and there, like anybody else, anybody in the building could guard him. He's going to do that. But what he's basically doing is pacing himself because he knows this is a Carmelo time when the ball's going to be in his hands, and he's expected to deliver the deal.
Well, we knew the schedule was getting tough when you see Miami, Chicago, New York on the chart for this week, and you got to give the Magic a lot of credit. They have fought tooth and nail all 3 times. Looks unlikely they're going to get a victory once again tonight, but in all 3 of those games against 3 of the 4 top teams in the Eastern Conference, the Magic have put themselves in a position in the fourth quarter to win the ball game. It's really all you can ask for.
Sure. Yeah, it's a matter of one team misses a shot, one team makes a shot, one call, one loose ball. But still a lot of time here, even though it's 3 possessions. The Knicks think this game is over.
Got to score here quickly. Wants McRoberts. Oh, out of bounds, and no one touched it. New York basketball. Roberts was trying to seal off the defender and follow through it where he had to break out away from the basket. So New York with the ball now. That is the 14th turnover. Still only 5 turnovers in the second half for Orlando. That second quarter was the undoing for the Magic. New York outscored the Magic 32-19 in that second period. Orlando committed 7 turnovers. They fouled Jason Kidd to stop the clock with 38.6.
First in the last 2 minutes.
Glenn Davis missing his 8th consecutive game. No Etuan Moore again tonight. The Magic battling the Knicks down by 7, and a foul is called on J.J. Redick.
Foul on the 7, J.J. Redick.
That sends J.R. Smith to the line.
J.R. Smith shooting 2.
It's odd to have an 8-7 now. Looks like it's going to be an 8-game losing streak and still feel like you're doing a lot of things well. Very, very unusual. Usually, when a team goes in a long losing streak, there are a lot of negatives, and certainly there are some for the Magic right now, but there are also a lot of positives to take from these losses. The Subway Sub of the Game presented by Subway Restaurants. Redick, or rather Josh McRoberts, he's got 10 rebounds and 5 assists in 29 minutes.
Yeah, it's the Magic. The defensive numbers is the thing that has taken a slide here in this during the losing streak. But we talked about Big Baby, what a defensive guy he was, and there's an easy one for Vucevic. But Big Baby doing so many things important for the Magic at the defensive end. But Etuan Moore also, besides his 3-point threat, another solid defensive player. And of course, the backup to Jameer Nelson.
You're right. This is the 4th consecutive game that Etuan has missed with a sprained elbow. So Vucevic with that field goal recording his 15th double-double of the year, but this guy right here has taken center stage in the fourth quarter. Finally misses a free throw after knocking in his first 8. 39 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for Carmelo Anthony. That gives him an even 40. Long three, Jameer Nelson. Rebound Smith, and that will do it. The Magic will not foul. The Knicks can run out the clock. And New York will make it 23 wins, 10 losses. They've come from 8 down in the fourth quarter to win by 8. And the Magic dropped their 8th straight game. Another one that was there, though, for the taking in the fourth period. But an outstanding opponent getting out with a victory here at the Amway Center. Big crowd on a Saturday night, but the Knicks, with a 26-13 run, get the W. Right now, let's send you to Jessica Blaylock.
Thanks, David. Well, Tyson, you guys were able to withstand a great start by the Magic and in particular turn the tide of the game in that second quarter. What did you do differently to give the Magic trouble?
Oh, we did a better job of getting back in transition. They came out hot. You know, they made every shot, took a lot of three-point shots and made them, and we were able to slow them down in the second quarter.
This is the second time that you've seen the Magic this season. How would you describe them as an opponent?
You know what? They're a young team. They're very scrappy. You know, they're just like a piece or two away or getting healthy away from really making a splash. But one thing you know, they're going to play hard.
Next up for you guys, you take on the Celtics back in New York. What will you take away from tonight's game that you'll carry into that matchup?
You know, we got to continue our defense. We had a couple letdowns. I thought we played better in the second quarter. We played great defense, and then we kind of slowed them down in the fourth quarter. But we got to stop the slippage.
All right, congratulations. David, Maddie, back to you.
All right, thanks, Jess. Tyson Chandler and his Knicks escape Amway Center with a victory tonight. They are 23-10, 10-7 on the road. The Magic now 12-21 on the year. We'll be right back to Orlando's Amway Center.